Hi and welcome back to my probably final episode of my playthrough of Back to the Future Back in Time. I think there is one minor correction in respect to this power tile here. The rules very clearly state that you can change any one symbol of one die or any symbols on one die basically into this. So when I rolled these two heart symbols, yes, these counted as two wildcards, but it's really key that it's only affecting one die. I think that's definitely something to keep in mind, which means we can move the DeLorean one step further, which is definitely a nice thing. So we can definitely hold on to this. And I believe there was one final thing to do in Doc Brown's turn, and this was basically discarding down. So I'm pretty sure I will get rid of this token here and will replace it with this. We don't need that many science tech kind of symbols anymore, I believe. So I think we can basically get rid of it now. Then we are moving over to Marty's turn. So we will see a trouble card, and here the next step will be really prudent because we are doing this love meter check twice. So we could lose two of our image parts if we get there. But first of all, we have to draw a level 3 trouble card. Now I'm pretty sure it's horrible. And yeah, this looks horrible. We need 3 symbols in order to match that. Tree branch breaks cable, the clock tower, of course. Once per turn, after resolving the movement cards, roll 2 things and move the, oh wow, 2 spots for each biff rolled. This roll may not be modified. Are you kidding me? After the movement card, so we could lose, and we are rolling this twice. 2 of those yellow dice. That's really brutal. This is at the clock tower, but that could be pretty devastating. I really need to think about that, but we still have to draw a movement card, so I think we can do it here too. Move George clockwise 2 spaces. He's down here 1, 2, and I think this is actually good for us, at least to some extent, and we are activating Biff. No, that's not good. So we are moving Biff 1 space here. The second Biff will decrease the love meter by 1 again. Oh, that's so bad. And now I guess we have to check here. After resolving the movement cards. Yeah, that's what we just did. Oh yeah, next round we will have 2 movement cards. I'm just wondering why there is cards, but yeah, as of the next round, oh gosh. Fingers crossed. And of course, here's 1 biff, which means we have just lost our progress. We have heavily earned. We need 3 more steps to move down here to Doc Brown's house. The good thing is we have all the parts, so we can directly move it further. But wow, yeah. But now we are moving into Marty's actual turn. And there was one thing I forgot at least once, is this. This is heavy special ability. Once per turn you may move Lorraine up to 2 spaces toward you. And I believe I could have used this late, for example, to do that with the Lorraine's locket. I think I definitely spent or wasted one of my power tiles there. But yeah, that's how it goes. But thanks so much for the comment, for making me aware. I really tried to make use out of this. Not sure if I will use it this round, because I could move 1, 2, 3. I could move them together anyway. I think that's maybe the better deal. On the other hand, I could bring them together, but I think that's not good either. So I really need to strike down Biff. I need to increase the heart, but I will not make it to 13 or more this round. I believe that's pretty obvious. And yeah, but I think we will spend this die here in order to move 1, 2, 3 spaces here. So they will meet here at Lou's Cafe. Hey, nice to meet you. I'm your density. And okay, that was the first power tile. Then I guess we are doing a love challenge now. So we are definitely going to use this die here. And now I'm thinking of using yet another die just to do it, because we can still re-roll die. So I think, again, we could go for some wilds there. I think we really need to start making progress. Yeah, let's do it like this. So 1 of those, 2 of those. Obviously, I could also use it to hit Biff, but I think for now, let's make some progress on the love meter first. So let's put them aside. We are rolling those 3 dice, and okay. Yeah, the 2 stars don't do us any good. This could give us 2 with this, in theory. But we can hold on to this. We will definitely use this die here, first of all, to re-roll that Biff die. And yes, it's another Biff die. How cool is that? Okay, Biff will move, but I think that's not too bad right now. So these are 2, and we can reroll this. And I think I want to reroll this. Maybe I should have started with that. I'm stupid. Okay, that's another. I could keep rerolling, I believe, now. As long as I'm not rolling a Biff. But I have 2 successes. Should I stop? The risk is really high. The risk is really, really high. No, let's do it. We will continue. And no, 2 more stars. Come on, 1 more. 1 more. Oh, of course, it's a Biff. Okay, nothing I can do about it. We will deal with this first. We are flipping this face down to. This counts now as 2 successes. So this goes up 1, 2 spaces. That's at least something, but still not good enough. The 2 Biffers will move him 1, 2 spaces here, but he's not doing anything with that. So I think now, yeah, we simply have to. We really have to knock him down. So I will use both of those again to roll those. And again, now we really want to hit him hard, actually. But of course, if he now activates and we are not rolling successes, then we're really in a bad shape. What was this? This was my multiply of the wilds. Okay, let's roll those dice, and we are hoping for 4 stars, right? That's 2 stars. I take it. I totally take it. So again, the first star knocks him down. The second star gives him a knockdown token. I think that's still okay. That's really okay. In theory, I could now again hope for something here, because I cannot make it to the DeLorean anyway. On the other hand, I could move away now, and maybe that's what I should do. Yes, that's what I do. I will flip it to the other side, and I will move Lorraine 1, 2 spaces over here with me. And then I will use the George's notebook item to move George with me 2 spaces. Of course, I cannot do any more actions now, but I think that's still okay, actually. So at least Biff is out of control. So he needs 4 movement to come here even, and then the 5th one in order to really do something with it. So I think that was okay. Problem is, those were all of my actions already. Didn't really do a hell of a lot of progress. Only added 2 more love, or increased the love meter by 1. But okay, I have to take it now. So I will reset Marty, and then we are moving over to Doc Brown. And the game will be over relatively quickly. So first of all, we are doing 2 of those love meter checks. First check here, we are not beyond 12. So you go down. Second check, same thing. You go down too. So right now we are feeling pretty much alone here. And that was the love meter check. Next we are drawing 2 movement cards. So it seems they're moving apart, but Biff is not activating. So George moves counterclockwise 2 spaces and Lorraine clockwise 1. Well, they're really moving 3 spaces apart now. So I guess George counterclockwise 1, 2 spaces here, and Lorraine will move clockwise 1 space here. Okay, but that was only the first thing. I think I roll this only once, right? Yeah, when we have dealt with both of those. So let's see what other cards we drew. And by the way, I've not forgotten my mind reading helmet, by the way, but this card was okay because we weren't activating Biff. But for the second card, let's see about that. So this is move George to Lou's Cafe, and we will activate Biff twice. And I guess that's the bullet we are now trying to dodge down here, because moving George here and having Biff stand up, that's really something that we don't want to have. And I believe this is where you have to start learn the game in respect to what movement cards could come up, because I believe that's at least the second card that comes up that moves George directly to Lou's Cafe. So this is definitely a hot spot. So we are using our mind reading helmet. On your turn, when you draw a movement card, draw 2, choose 1, and discard the other. Choose 1. No, we can still choose. I mean, if this is even more terrible, then we get to choose. And I think I might have done that for the other, but in this case, I think I can do that twice. I mean, it doesn't say only once. No, I think it's twice. I mean, yeah, I think that's the better deal for now. So we will activate Biff once and twice, but right now he's not directly in a space with one of our couple here. So I think that's the better deal. Yeah, I think so. So we will hold on to the mind reading helmet here. Those get discarded, and then we have to roll for the clock tower, or rather the trouble card here. And oh, again a Biff. It's a Biff. Of course, we have to move the DeLorean 1 space back. But I believe this was the turn tracker phase. We have 3 more turns to go, and then the game ends, whatever it is, and most likely we will lose because, yeah, I have really not made enough progress on the love meter. The DeLorean is basically too far behind. Everything falls apart, it seems. I guess we have to continue to move the DeLorean. And I think we might want to activate those 2 tiles because we have still this one, so this could give us a wild. Yeah, let's go for it. So we are spending those 2 power tokens. So we are rolling this here and 2 of those yellow. No, here's another yellow die. So 3 dice for this test. We could still re-roll the biffs. We have this one here. So overall, there is some of a chance that we can make some progress. But yeah, you know, I'm rolling the dice here. So let's see. Okay. That's actually pretty solid. I'm not sure if I now really want to re-roll that die here. Because am I doing something else? No, I think I will. So I will flip this one too. Of course. And it's really a lame dice tower. You see how I did that? I will not count it. Of course, I will count it, but I think I really should shake it better. But I rolled the die, so I will take it, which means we have to exhaust this tile here too. We are flipping this to the other side, so transforming this in theory into a wild. So we are moving the DeLorean now 1, 2, 3 spaces. I mean, that's really something. We are really not too far away from our landing zone here. But again, we still have this awful trouble card out here, which will move the DeLorean right back. And we really have wasted a hell of a lot of power tokens now, like those here. So I think I think we want to move Lorraine out. And I think I forgot to activate Biff. We rolled this one, Biff simply twice actually. So he's here at George's house, but that's still okay. No, George's house is down here. This is still Lou's Cafe, but I believe it only counts on this space, obviously. Okay, I think I really need to get Lorraine out of harm's way, but I cannot make it back up to George actually, so I could move him 1, 2, 3 spaces here to Hill Valley High, but then he's at least out and I still have the remote control. Maybe, yeah, I still want to do that. So yeah, we will use this die here now to move him 1, 2, 3 spaces up here. So Lorraine is out of harm's way, at least for some time. I think that was still okay. And in theory, I could bring them together and still roll for the DeLorean movement with this here. It's a risk, but I think we have the remote control. Keep that in mind. So we can move him from wherever we are in theory. So I think, yeah, let's try that. So we are spending this for another movement action. So we are moving them here together. So let's clean up a little bit. And I guess then, yeah, why not? Let's do this and do another love challenge up there. Again, it could be 2 hearts, for example, and that's at least something. And no, of course, it's a Biff. Amazing. So he's moving over here. Wow. Ah, man, yeah, 2 hearts. At least 1 heart would give me at least the feeling of achieving something. In theory, I could do the same thing again. So I can use those dice for any test. It's really up to me. I don't need to roll a red die to do a love challenge. But of course, the probability is low. The thing is, what do I need more? I think I'm farther ahead from, but I think, no, I need to use his special gear, I believe. No, we really have to use their special powers accordingly. So I think I will use this and the remote control now. I think we have used the mind reading helmet too. Actually, I think that's why I think I can only do it once. I think when I use it, I have to flip it over. So I cannot do this. Yeah, I cannot do this for both moving cards, but I didn't. That's fine. So yeah, I will flip this one over for 2 of those green dice. And yeah, in theory, only those count. So let's hope for the best. And again, just to confirm, we are trying to move the DeLorean. Well, okay, that was completely useless. This was really devastating. And there's nothing I can do about it. Oh boy, it's so bad. Okay, 1, 2, hello there. I'm here and this is so bad. Yeah, me and rolling dice. And those were all of our actions. So I will refresh all his powers, and then, yeah, moving over to Marty's turn. So this time we are only doing 2 movement. Ha ha ha. Only. Yeah, okay. Move George counterclockwise 1 space. Yeah, but that's, now we're toast. I mean, this was really devastating rule right now. So George will move 1 space here to the clock tower. Biff is here basically with 2 of his ugly heads. Of course, we are not moving him. 1, 2, going down. Second movement card. And I forgot to move it actually. And here, yeah, move Lorraine clockwise 1 space. I mean, that's kind of okay. So she moves down here. We still have 2 biffs. 1 biff goes here. Second biff brings this down 1 more space. Oof. That's really, really horrible. And of course, we are not done yet. We have to deal with this trouble card. So let's roll those 2 dice. Yes, of course, there is a biff. So we are moving the DeLorean back 1 space. Okay, we have 2 more turns to go. It's now Marty. And now I will not forget to use This Is Heavy. This time it will turn out okay. But on the other hand, does it do me any good? Because later on I will still try to move them closer together. Maybe I don't need to do that. I really don't. Maybe that's right now even better, keeping them apart from each other. I don't know. What would we do with our next thing? We could move the DeLorean here. I mean, we are still in this. That could be something. Yeah, I think, okay, no, that's fine. So we are moving her down with our special ability with Lorraine's Locket. No, that was our special ability. Now we are using Lorraine's Locket. If you are with Lorraine, exhaust this item to attempt an influence love check even without George at your location. So let's do that. So for sure we are going with this, and maybe we should really also do this just to roll as many dice as possible, right? Yeah, let's do that. So here is 1. Here are 2. We still have our reroll, of course. In theory, could go for it. Doesn't really matter. Let's do it like this. We really need to roll some hearts now. Let's hope for the best. I mean, we must be lucky at some point in time. Okay. Those are 2. Those could be 2 as well if I use the die here. This one, should we re-roll it? I think we should, actually. I think we should. Let's see. Okay, that's another flash. We stop here. Perfect. So I will totally spend this thing here too. So that's 2, 4, 5 progress on the love meter. This was really good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But again, it cost me a lot of those symbols. But I will take it anyway. I think that was pretty cool. Now I can do the same thing again. But I guess that's okay. For now, let's also use this one here to try to move the DeLorean somehow. Okay. That's 2. Wow. Awesome. Amazing. So we finally made it 1, 2 spaces here into Doc Brown's house. Again, we have all the parts, so we can continue to move. If there would be one part missing, then we couldn't move it any further. But I take it. I mean, that was pretty cool. And now we could still try to knock down Biff. On the other hand, we could also simply try to make another love test with those 2, for example. Or with this, doesn't really matter. We still have our reroll here. So in theory, this could turn out to be okay too, right? We could make it there. 1, 2. Yeah, I think it does. So we were spending this for 3 movement, taking Lorraine with us. 1, 2, and 3. So we're here, and they're still now 2 spaces away from Biff. I mean, that's never a bad thing, obviously. And then we are using those 2 for 2 green dice. Doesn't really help me an awful lot, but again, we have at least some rerolls, or rather this reroll here, right? Yeah, let's do that. That doesn't give us anything, but we can simply keep rerolling. That's really totally on us. Let's lock this. We were rolling this again. That's a flash. We hold on to this. We are using this to reroll that Biff. And that's another wild. Awesome. That's 2 more steps on the love meter, making it to 8. So we need to go to 13, 14, or 15 in order not to take any additional hits. But I think that was a relatively successful turn for once. Nicely done, Marty. So I will refresh all of his items and power tokens, and then we are moving over to Doc's final turn of the game, actually. So first of all, we are replacing our trouble card. Again, not sure if that's a good thing or not, but this goes out of the game. We are drawing a new one, always only one. And here we have, this doesn't sound good. Not at all. At the South Shops, the DeLorean won't start. Whenever Biff enters the DeLorean's location, move the DeLorean back 2 spots. For now, that's okay. That's actually okay. That's really okay. We have to place it here to the South Shops, and then we are drawing 2 movement cards. And again, we have our mind reading helmet. So let's see what we get. So that's the first movement card. Biff wants space. I think I take it. So he will move up here to the school parking lot. So I will not redraw this card. Let's draw the second card. This is the one where I think that's the one. 2, then we know he's going in here and he's meddling with the love meter. So I think I will use my mind reading helmet now to basically draw a second card for this. And I think that's kind of better. I think it actually is. So we are moving George 1, 2, 3 spaces, and Biff will activate once. He will always go to the closest of the 2. I think that was okay. That was a good use of the mind reading helmet, I guess. That's okay. I take it. Awesome. And then we are taking his actions. And obviously I was thinking of moving the DeLorean, but then I noticed something. Because this love meter check happens at the start of Marty's turn, we have to make sure that the love meter is in the love zone down here. So basically in the hard range, because otherwise we will lose the game. We will do 2 love checks and we only have 2 sections left. We will immediately lose the game. So whatever Doc is doing, he needs to get the love meter up. Yeah, it is what it is, unfortunately. We have to do that. Full force in, unfortunately. Totally different plan now, but I think, yeah, we have to try that. The problem is they're really far apart right now, George and Lorraine, and we don't have the luck with us. So I guess we simply have to use, we are not using this now for movement, actually. We are using this for love, so for the DeLorean movement. So I think we can safely use it for movement. So 1, 2, and 3, and that's now the problem. We have to move him down 1 more step even. That's really a bummer. That's really a bummer. So what else to do? I think then we can go with this power token here to move them down here. So now they're here together. Ooh, down here, I don't know. Is that a gas station? It almost seems that way. And now we have to do the love challenge, actually. And now I have to think what dice to use. But I guess this will be some sort of a Hail Mary, actually. So we are rolling this because, again, it gives us those. We are rolling this for sure. We need the love. Where's the second love die? Here's the second love die. And I guess we are also using this now, because we have to make at least 5 movement points now, or love meter movement points. And we still have this one here, so I think this could still help us to some extent. But that's 5 dice, awfully risky, but again, we can re-roll all of those tokens. So let's simply roll those dice, huh? So that's the biggest dice roll of the game, I believe. And yeah, let's see. You must be kidding me. Wow, 4 biffs. So yeah, we are keeping the heart for sure. We have to flip this to the other side. I was really hoping to get it. Oh, this is so bad. Okay, I take it. I take it. That's 4, but 4 is not good enough. Are you kidding me? We need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 1 heart. Well, why couldn't we roll a double? Why couldn't we roll a double? I think we have to take a risk of rolling those 2 again now to really hope for a double. Or we could roll this, doesn't really matter, right? Yeah, let's do it. We have to. Ah, that's a biff and that's a 4. Okay, I think that's game over. Should I continue to roll? Let's try it one more time. That's 4. Then no. We keep it as is. So that's 4 movement on the love meter. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 step away. This is so ridiculous. But we are also moving Biff over here. He's still 2 spaces away. That's fine. And Doc still has 2 more power tokens left. And obviously I was hoping to get something out of this basically rolling the DeLorean, for example. But again, I have to use them both now. I think I have to. I really should have rolled this one too, I guess. I think that was another very stupid decision, but I have to live with this right now. So I will flip those over too. So that's this die, and oops, what was the other one? That was the yellow die. But again, doesn't really matter. They're not the right die. So we're rolling 2 dice in this case, and we need 1 flash, and that's not the right thing. We have to keep, this was a biff, sorry for that. We have to keep going. It's a biff. We needed a flash, and that's 2. We have to keep rolling. Yeah, that's the second biff, and now we have lost the game. Not that we are losing something here. Again, he's just moving there. The problem is we are 1 space short down here. If he would have been here, Marty could have safely moved in there. We could have made the love meter check. Everything was fine. Of course, movement could have totally tricked that, and after that, Marty would have to move the DeLorean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces here into safety. Again, after that, no other thing would have happened. Lightning would have struck the clock tower. Then we would have checked for winning. Okay, but again, it was definitely close. I like that. In the end, it was coming down to this one big die roll at the end. But I lost, which is something I enjoy in a cooperative game. So if I would have won this now after the first round, even with some of the special abilities I have missed and so on, I would be rather disappointed. But now I'm pretty happy camper. Actually, I lost. Actually, again, I'm not 100% sure about the overall replayability of this game. There are a lot of moving parts. I mean, there are a lot of opportunities we haven't seen, a lot of other trouble cards we haven't seen. Not all the movement cards had come up. We didn't see a hell of a lot of those power tokens, some items we haven't seen. So overall, I think there is a lot to it. So you can definitely enjoy it, not just once or twice. I'm pretty sure you can play this game a solid number of sessions actually and enjoy it. And maybe depending on, and also of course you have different characters. So you can say next time I'm playing with Jennifer and Einstein here, which could also provide you a completely different gaming experience. So I think I have to try it once or twice more, then I will come to a verdict how replayable it is. But I think there is a lot of game in it here actually. And again, I'm not sure if there will be any expansions coming in the future or in the Wild West. Let's see about that. Overall, I really did enjoy the game, that's for sure. It was close, it was challenging. I like rolling dice, but it's still tactical enough to really have you re-roll dice. Maybe would be nicer to have some more direct influence on the dice, not just to re-roll, but that's how the game is. Maybe there are some items in the deck or power tokens which I haven't seen, which make you really change some of those dice. But overall, I really enjoyed this game, and I hope you did too. Again, a huge shout out to all of my patrons out there. Really do appreciate your support. So if you want to support my channel here, you find a link to my page on Patreon. You can support me directly here on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Again, everything helps. And yeah, apart from that, hope to see you soon in one of my other videos. And until then, bye bye.